taking on the fourth-ranked team, the Auburn Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. Turner decides to field it. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Handoff in a single back formation. There's such a living history to this rivalry game, Kirk. They began playing back in 1893 and so many dramatic chapters since then.
You know, growing up in the Big Ten region, I always had an appreciation for the Iron Bowl, watching Auburn and Alabama every year. But really, it wasn't until 1996, my first year on College Game Day, when you and I were down there. Watched it firsthand. It was my first experience in seeing it. And there's just nothing like watching Auburn and Alabama in person.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Well, you'd love to see a few more yards here to give yourself a better chance on 3rd down. Now, here early in this game, we get a big 3rd down to see if this offensive line can keep the pressure off the quarterback.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Looks left and finds his target there. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Auburn. And Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Quick throw, the catch is made. And nobody down here in this state has forgotten what happened the last time they played. The Tide were rolling, crushing Auburn in a beatdown.
Well, I can never forget that game. Everything Alabama did, especially on the offensive side of the ball, went the right way. They were able to score at will. Auburn has a chance today to get payback. Let's see if they can.
They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Makes a quick catch.
And this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and if you don't play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
Breaking free at the 35. And a huge gain. They finally bring him down at the 11. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Fine time now, rolling to his left. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
Chris, I really felt the quarterback came off the fake a little bit too quick. The defense didn't bite at all on the play action. They saw the quarterback had the ball, attacked, and got the sack.
We'll see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
A great job up front by this Auburn defensive lineman. That rare combination of defensive linemen you see often in the SEC, where they have great size and power, but incredible quickness. And Auburn has sure had plenty of those over the years.
Now on 3rd and very long, looking to throw. There's a shot toward the end zone. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it. Incomplete. It brings up a 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Now, looks like the head coach made a smart move in that challenge. Officials are going to overturn their previous ruling after getting a look at that replay. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Steps out at the 22, not quite where it would have been spotted had he just taken a knee. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The offense is backed up here, beginning in the shadow of their own end zone. They'll run it from the gun. Running with purpose.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down play coming up. Offense will keep it on the ground here. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Running play called on 3rd and short. Looks like Auburn will have the 1st down. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle.
Well, sometimes it's just a backyard brawl, right? I mean, it's third down and short. You trust your back in the line to be able to pick up the first down, and he literally pushes with everything he has. Throwing.
And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there.
Intercepted by Alabama. And they'll take over first and 10.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Keeper on the quarterback draw. Got space looking for the end zone here. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And sometimes you know the quarterback's going to run the ball. You put your defense in position, and he still gets yards. In fact, he makes them pay for it, gets all the way to the end zone.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Coverage team brings down the returner. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back. The last possession ended in a pick. He's running out of time here. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. And you just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quinnen Williams. You can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Hit just as he throws the ball. Catch is made. Room to run here. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And there's the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Going to try to use his legs here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught quickly. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch, but gets the first down in the process.
Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. Offense in hurry-up mode. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on the to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? That'll pick up the first down. He's brought down to the 21.
And that's a big-time run right there. Back deep inside their own 10-yard line, but they found the soft spot in the defense and took off. I think they got caught looking for a pass defensively, and it burned them big time. Great job by this offense in taking advantage of what the defense gave them.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The loss sets up a 2nd and long from the 20. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
To the air, it's Fowler. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off here. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Again, he makes it 2nd and medium. The DB's backing off from the line now. Catch made on the out route. And they wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down mark.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
You know, the quarterback looks like he makes the right read, but I got to tell you, I think he underestimated the speed of this defense and how quickly they were able to get to him to prevent him from picking up the first down.
And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. And that will bounce and roll out of bounds, so no return. The Auburn offense back out on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here, trying to extend the play. He's going to take off. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on 1st down. Take a shot downfield. The only thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of bounds, and a good gain and a first down.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a cornerback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
He'll take a deep shot here. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. Oh, and he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down play. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. He's moving out of the pocket. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone.
Going for a big play downfield. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Alabama. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side on that play?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime. They cut into this lead. Makes a quick grab. Finding some room at the 25. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Can he get there on the ground? And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? Breaks loose at the 45. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. On the run here, lets it go. The ball is caught. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball is just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
On third down, he drops to throw. Defense is coming after him. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
I think that was a coverage sack as much as anything. They sat back in a dime defense with 6 defensive backs, and none of them blitzed. They just sat back in coverage, and the defensive line eventually came up with a sack.
The Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Already a two-possession lead here. Let's see if they continue to call it aggressively and try to put this defense in a bigger hole. Solid game, moves the ball to the 36.
Running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Again, makes it second and medium. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? To throw, it's Fowler. Looking to make a big play downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Handoff here from the shotgun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense... This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it go quickly. He makes the grab. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
QB decides to keep it here. The freshman is brought down after a really solid run there.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
That's a design quarterback keeper. And he's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line. Offense facing a third down now. They can still get a first down without scoring. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. And look out now. The Tide are beginning to really roll. Kirk, this is getting away from the Auburn Tigers right now.
Yeah, kind of a game of momentum. Alabama has had the upper hand, and now after this score, you're right, this thing could get out of reach.
And he knocks through the PAT. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. Play action here on first down. Quick completion to the tight end. But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker. Pass caught. Second down now.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Bringing pressure. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And this pass is on target, caught. Auburn now operating in the red zone. They'll try to run for the first down. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a first down. Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Here we go on fourth down. Looks like Auburn will have the first down.
I can really appreciate this offensive coordinator not trying to just do something crazy. You're less than a foot away from the first down line. Just punch it in and pick up a first down. That's what they call here, and it works out perfectly.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
14.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Onto the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Makes the ground, but doesn't get much. He's going to be ruled down short of the marker.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Moves the ball to the 25. Good enough for a first down.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. He's on the run, launches deep. The catch is made for a huge pickup. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 28, Auburn 14.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move. And the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, tied. This offense cannot be stopped. And momentum really building. Now, Kirk, this one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. Man, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
No problem with PAT right down the middle.
35, Auburn 14.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. The Auburn offense is back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Escapes the pocket. Fights off a defender. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. One play already to the 46-yard line. That'll be first down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
The pass is caught. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Having a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Oh, and he dropped that one. A great chance at his second interception of the game. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Looking to throw again. Lets it go. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Got it.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his 3rd touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
Going after, knocked right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner looking to make a play here. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. He hands it to the back. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
So behind the 6, 2nd and long from their 14. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Penalty makes it first down and 20. It's a shotgun run call. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Important second down play coming up. Looking downfield, it's Fowler. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return.
And your Auburn Tigers will take over. First and 10.
And the Auburn offense back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Let's it fly to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Sides with the throw. And they finally tackle him down at the 1. Big gain in the pitch and catch. Great start for this offense. 3 plays, and suddenly it's a 1st and goal. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Finds an open target on the left side. Oh, and he's ruled down right there. They lose yardage on that play.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Man, this defense just keeps coming up with plays. That's a 3rd stop in a row here inside the 10-yard line to get us to 4th and goal. You look at that scoreboard, you need points on the board. I don't think a field goal is going to help you at this point in the game. You got to put a touchdown up on the board. Call your best play and
touchdown Tigers. Still no answer for this offensive machine. set as they try for the two-point conversion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. And they've got him behind the line. There is a penalty marker, but if it's on the offense, it'll be a change of possession. Now they get set to kick it away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. To throw, it's Fowler. Looking for a deep completion. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. They keep the drive going. It's a first down to the 46. A new set of downs after that completion. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And he'll set up to throw. Catch hauled in here over the middle. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Now it's 2nd down here. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. No press here. The defense backing away. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. An important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle.
Well, he's been their go-to guy all game long. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. They go his way again, and it works out.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the offense just takes a knee here. There might not be a sweeter feeling in college football for you walk off the field knowing that you have taken care of business and beaten a rival.
Nothing better than that. That's one of the feelings that you'll never forget.